A few months ago, we taped a compelling story about a young girl named Stephanie who came on my show to prove that she was raped by Matthew after they had both been drinking. This story, I feel, was an example of a dangerous situation that many young people find themselves in, and sends a clear message there are no blurred lines when it comes to consent and rape. Take a look at this story and stay tuned for a shocking update you don't want to miss.
I'm here today because Friday night I went out. I don't get to go out very often, so everybody's buying me drinks. I'm having a good time. We're hanging out, dancing, laughing. 5-10 minutes before the bar closes, I'm leaving with my friend and we're going in Matt's car. We go to her house and I don't remember walking in. All I actually remember is I'm laying on the floor and I'm just throwing up, and I'm throwing up all that liquor. I crawl over to the bathroom and I'm still throwing up, and my friend and Matt are in the corner having sex, and they won't actually stop to help me. The last thing I remember is I'm laying on the bed on my back. Matt, he's having sex with me. My pants are already off. The belt that I was wearing, it was burned off of me because it was, honestly, it's just a twine belt, and I had it in a knot, and I'm guessing he couldn't get it off of me, so he burnt it off of me. But I only had like 2 or 3 seconds of actually realizing what was going on, and then I blacked out again. The next day, I went back over to my friend's house and we talked about it. I found my belt, and it had burn marks. It was burnt. And I went back to work and I just got angry, you know, and I started pacing back and forth, and I was just angry. I wanted to hurt him. I called the police right then and there, and they talked to me and told me I had to go to the hospital. The people there were really nice. They talked to me, they heard my story, and they said it was a legitimate rape.
The night that we met, me and my friend, we were at the bar. I had just got off of work, had Crown and Coke, 3 shots of tequila. I walked up to my friend and Stephanie, and I asked them if they wanted to go smoke. They said yes. We left the bar. She got in my car with the beer, so they were still serving her. We got in the car, went to the beach, smoked a little bit. I made
Marijuana?
out. Yes. Made out with my friend. Then she got out of the car, went to the restroom. Me and Stephanie kissed. I blew her shotgun, which is blowing smoke inside the mouth. And after that, we went to my friend's house. Me and my friend started having sex. Stephanie threw up on the ground. She went to the restroom, threw up.
While you were having sex with your friend?
Right. We stopped. I told her to help her. She helped her. Laid her on the bed. She laid on the bed. Me and the first girl had sex for, she told the cops, 3 hours. After that, my friend fell asleep, rolled over. Stephanie started grabbing me. My pants were already down. She grabbed me, pulled her own pants down from the back. We started having sex. She flipped over, got on top, and we started having sex again. She tried to leave hickeys on my neck, we kissed. After that, we all woke up in the morning. She said she didn't remember. I was like, okay, you don't want to piss your friend off. It's fine. I mean, I'll play along, say I don't remember either. Well, the next day, my friend came up to my work. She said that Stephanie had told the cops that I raped her. They did the rape kit.
She was wearing a twine belt, she said, like a rope belt. She said it was burned off her?
Right.
Did you burn it off her?
Yeah, I did. I took off her belt. I did not pull down her pants. She pulled down her own
But
pants.
you burned the belt off?
Right.
With the lighter? How'd you do that?
Cigarette. I was smoking a cigarette.
And so you burned the cigarette off?
Yeah,
I took
off her belt. Her string belt, yes.
Why'd you do that?
Because she wanted to have sex. She was She was touching me, and
that doesn't strike you out that you have to burn the belt off?
And she was trying to take off her pants. I took off her belt for her. She pulled down her
Did
pants
she seem
herself.
intoxicated to you when you were having sex with her?
No.
She seemed sober?
She knew what she was doing.
She seemed sober?
No, she didn't seem sober.
Whose idea was to burn the belt off?
I took the belt off myself.
So you burned it off.
Right.
Let's bring out Stephanie.
You took advantage of me.
No.
You're lying.
No, I'm not lying.
You're lying.
I'm not lying, I'm telling the truth, and lie detector is gonna show that I'm telling the truth.
You're saying that I made out with you in the car?
Yes, we kissed.
That's not true.
We kissed.
It didn't happen.
Would you even remember it if you did?
Actually, I do remember the car.
So then you went back to your friend's place, right? And you watched your friend and Matthew having sex.
I could hear them and I saw them a few times.
So they're having sex. What were you thinking? What were you doing?
I was on the floor throwing up.
You were on the floor throwing up? On, like all fours throwing up? What?
I was in the fetal position, just throwing up, and I was just...
Throwing up on the floor?
Yes. Like, it was just all over. I couldn't help myself. I couldn't get up. I honestly, in my head, I was thinking, you know, why aren't they helping me? You know, they just continued to have sex.
Now, Matthew says you groped him, you aroused him, you were making out with him, you pulled your panties down.
There's no possible way that could have
So
happened.
you got on top of her?
Yes.
You have no
My
recollection
friend-
of this at all?
No.
Do you remember him burning your belt off?
No.
Did you tell him to burn your belt off?
No.
Did you tell him you wanted your belt off?
No.
Did you tell him you wanted your pants off?
No.
Your underwear?
No. I remember I woke up for like 2 or 3 seconds and my pants were already off and he was having sex with me. And then I blacked out again.
What made you go to the police?
I found my belt that I had on. And I was wondering, you know, how did it even come off? And I looked at it, it had burn marks. Like it was just, because I put a serious knot into it.
Right.
I had no intentions of having sex that night at all.
Were you embarrassed? Could you be making this up because you were embarrassed that you had a one-night stand?
No, actually, if I do something, I'm gonna be pretty straightforward about it. I have no shame in whatever I do because I know that whatever I choose to do.
Were you afraid that your friend might be mad that you had sex with?
No, I'm
Matthew?
straightforward with her.
Stephanie, you came here and we asked you, were you intoxicated on Friday to the point that you blacked out several times? You said yes. Did you willingly have sex with Matthew on Friday evening? You said no. Results came back the same for each question, and it came back that you, Stephanie, told the truth.
Thank you.
You took a lie detector test. This happened Friday, this incident, and it comes down to, we asked you, did Stephanie willingly engage in sexual intercourse with you? You said yes, and the results for your lie detector test is that you did not tell the truth. Do you want to tell your story on the Steve Wilkos Show? To get my help, go to www.stevewilkos.com. What do you want to say to him?
You're going to jail. And you're not going to go to jail. Not right away. You're not going to go to jail right away. But when we get home, I will tell everybody.
Stephanie, let the law take its course, okay? You don't want to...
How could you do that to me? You don't
I
even know
absolutely
me.
thought that you wanted to have sex with me.
That's not what that said.
That's not true.
I'll say this to you, young man. I don't think you probably went into that night with the intent to rape someone. I certainly
Absolutely
don't.
not,
I
no.
don't even believe that. What I do think, though, is you used extremely, extremely poor judgment, and you took advantage of somebody that was intoxicated. And unfortunately for you, that's rape.
She took off her clothes. She pulled down her pants herself.
Okay, but she didn't do that. I don't think a jury's gonna believe it. I hope you hire yourself a good lawyer because you're gonna need it. Now, sir, you can get the hell off my stage. This was a compelling story, and I wanted to find out what happened after the show. So we reached out to Stephanie for an update. Here's what she had to say.
Hi, Steve. This is Stephanie. Since the show, Matt has been arrested. I recently found out that I'm pregnant, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. It's kind of a very stressful situation, all of it. But thank you, and God bless.
Stephanie, I'm glad that we could help you. And now that the truth has been heard and action has been taken, I encourage you to let the justice system take its course and focus on yourself and your future. Thanks for the update.
I called you, Steve, for help because I watch your show all the time.
Somebody's going to watch this and say, you know what, she was brave enough to do that, I can do that too.